Hey everyone, so I just wanted to do something very interesting video wise. It's kind of like a little PSA because of I've just been seeing a trend lately and I just want to be able to talk about it. It doesn't really affect me, it hasn't affected me, but it's something that I've seen happen I haven't seen something like that happen since like the first term of Trump, the first term of Trump's presidency. And I'm starting to see it like get revived again because Trump is now president. So politics, is kind of like a double-edged sword, okay? When it comes to society, all right? Talking about politics could be a double-edged sword as well. It can either be an interesting topic, where you and maybe another individual or a group of people can like talk and be civil about it. Just talk about your points of views, your opinions, and just like how like your experiences, and sort of get to know people better. However, politics when it comes to society can also be a negative, okay? Especially with the younger people or the younger generation. I don't follow the whole like Gen X, Gen Z, Gen Y. I don't follow anything other than after millennials, which is what I am, because it's just starting to get confusing. All I know is that the younger kids today is what I like to refer to them as. So I was in the past, let's say 48 hours, I've been surfing over X, because I was bored and I just wanted to see what was going on in the world. I just want to see like what are people thinking. And lately I see employees, not business owners, but employees go on social media and basically try to tell customers what they can and cannot enjoy. Like I was surfing like last night. Last night I was surfing on X and there was this Hispanic young woman who is a waitress at a Mexican restaurant basically say, hey, if like you MAGA people are not allowed to enjoy Mexican cuisine because you're against because if you have a strong opinion against legal immigration, then I guess that makes you a bad person and you can't enjoy Mexican cuisine. Even though I have no idea how food that is like good food that is meant to give you diarrhea later on and illegally crossing into our borders has any sort of correlation. Okay. And I think maybe less than 24 hours later, I see a post on X that is confirming that very lady, that very waitress, was fired from her job. And I just got to understand, people, you have a right to express your opinion about something. That is fine. But I think the problem is that you shouldn't, okay? I think where she messed up was she made it known that she was a waitress at a business. And this happens at her business, and she wished it didn't, okay? That was her mistake. First of all, you shouldn't be telling people like what you do for a job or where you do it from and then spout these very divisive opinions, okay? If you just wanted to post it on X and just say something like, I hate people, hey, all you MAGA supporters, it's disgusting that you're against immigration. You shouldn't be allowed to enjoy Mexican cuisine. If she just made a post about that, no video, but, words, I think she would have been okay. I mean, again, if she posted it on a public forum, you're basically opening yourself up to, a lot of people coming in and debating you. That's just par for the course, okay? That is absolutely par for the course. But what I don't understand is that I've seen it happen more times now. And I think there is a trend going on here because I found out about this lady today. Then, just a few minutes after I found out, in the same feed, I see that another employee of a store, I can't remember off the top of my head I have to go get it, but he was recorded basically accosting someone who wore like a Trump shirt, and was basically swearing at them, using foul language, disrespecting. And this was an employee. Again, I have to bring this up. This is an employee of a business. And apparently the owner had to come out and basically said that employee was fired. All right? And I think to myself, why do these people think that they know that they get to run the business? Like, you don't own this business, okay? You don't get to decide who comes in and who does not. Yes, you have a right to refuse service. However, that's only to an extent, okay? In my entire life of customer service, there was only one time where I did not want to serve someone. And that was because they were disrespectful to me first. Me first. I didn't engage it any further. They just said like, F you, like, fuck you, bitch. And I'm like, you know what? I'm done. I'm going to tell my manager, we're going to have the police here. Because I'm not going to serve you. And I'm not going to take that. And, I haven't seen, and that was back during my fast food era, where I worked in fast food. So there was nothing really else that happened after the fact. It was just a one-time thing. But you have to understand this. Let's say I'm a business owner, okay? And that entire business is my livelihood. It determines whether or not I'm able to pay the bills, keep a roof over my head for me and my family, and put food on the table. All right? And I hire someone to help the business because I need more hands on deck. Okay? Nowhere in the hiring passage does it say you are now co-owner of this business and you get to decide the customer base. All right? This younger generation is so far up their own rectum that they cannot even understand that they are not in charge of anything except their own lives. If they are hired by someone, they are under the command of that employer. They do not own the business. They don't get to decide how business is done. They are required to do a job, nothing personal. So this goes out to any younger generation out there, okay? Politics is something that can bring people together, but it can also cause mayhem. All right? Which comes to the topic of this particular video, the reason behind why I'm making this video. Don't let politics sort of steer your life. All right? If your entire life or your occupation does not devolve around politics, then don't let it decide what you do or what you plan to do, okay? Don't let it be the reason why you no longer have a job. Because here's the thing. You always have to wonder, what if you didn't make that post? What if you didn't make that anti-Trump post about your customers in front of everyone that could have permanently damaged the business that you work for? What could have happened if you didn't do it? I ask these questions. I ask that specific question to these liberals every single time. What if you just didn't do it? What would you think would happen? Would a meteor come down? Would a meteor come down? Would the world implode? Would be snapped out of existence like Thanos did with the Infinity Stones? What? It all comes down to ego. They want to get the last word in because they just wish to be part of something. Now, as an introvert myself, I don't see any pleasure out of that. I want to focus on me and me alone. All right? I don't want to be part of a group, a social group of some kind of people I don't really know, as often as most. Okay? I don't want to be part of something bigger, like societal-wise. Okay? All I want to do is I want to know how to take care of me. All right? And how to better myself. All right? Losing a job it sucks. No joke, it sucks. I know from experience, it sucks. But my sympathies are not with you if you were the one who did something that you should not have done, but still chose to do for insane reasons. Then I don't have any sympathy for you. Seriously. You could have chosen not to make that political post with your place of work on the line. Because I guarantee you, the one thing I have learned ever since I left my first time job in years is that these corporations, these businesses, there is no loyalty. There is no camaraderie. There's no brotherhood, okay? All right? They will throw you under the bus if it means they can save themselves $500,000. All right? Because at the end of the day, it is not easy to run a business. And it's also very difficult to continue running a business when you have an employee who's more than happy to throw your name, your reputation, and your business's reputation and name in the mud if it means that they get some kind of political brownie points from some strangers off of social media. All right? But this video is mostly directed at the workers. You can have your opinion. There's no one says you can't. But two things. When you post it on social media in public for everyone to see, you have agreed that you are opening yourself up to criticism, harassment, and possible conversations, okay? And another thing too is that you have to understand that if you post it on a public forum, everyone can see it, okay? It is not a requirement that you do it, okay? It is a short-term dopamine rush that could literally get you addicted and ruin your life, okay? Hardcore drugs like cocaine, heroin, weed, methamphetamines, all that's like meth, all that stuff, they're not the only form of addictions that can destroy your life, all right? This is just simply wanting to continuously get more of that pleasure chemical in your brain can steer you in the wrong direction because you become desensitized to the certain pleasure, so you have to escalate it to get more. Be better, okay? You have to understand there's a lot more in life than social media and politics, okay? And if you have people depending on you to bring in a check, to pay the bills, you really have to put yourself at the bottom of the totem pole because they have to come first. All right. My hope is that this generation understands that there's currently a culture shift occurring in society. Okay. We've been exposed to something that the liberals wanted us to see, but it didn't work out. And now we don't want to go back there. We want to go back to the status quo. We want to be able to go back to a period where everything was stable and less things to worry about. I think I've dragged this video on long enough to get my point across. But guys, you got to understand, okay? Politics is not a necessity, okay? It's a dangerous distraction. And you can have your opinion, but you got to understand is that your opinion can easily get you in trouble if you want to flaunt it as some kind of banner. Okay? Leave your opinions to yourselves and to your social group. Okay? When it's time to earn the cheddar and get that bread, then you got to focus on that. Because, the bank and your landlords don't care about your politics. They don't care what you've gone through. They care about that money because that's just how things are. All right? You just got to play it smart. So guys, tell me what you think. Leave a comment down below. Be civil about it. Don't try to be rude. And honestly, guys, just stay safe. Okay? Be careful what you post. If you're going to post something, be civil about it. Don't be divisive. Don't be antagonistic unless you are the one who was attacked. Then, of course, you have a right to defend yourself. But all in all, guys, just be careful. All right? We don't know our own strengths. We don't know our own power. And it could easily destroy us. And with that said, guys, I will wish you all the best. And I will see you in the next video.